Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another one of my live videos. Big breaking news now is about 27-year-old Danny Rose from Tottenham. This is big breaking news now, guys, that I am going to tell you. He has clarified the situation. He has currently been given an interview. The long glowing speculation now about Danny Rose. This is a long speculation about Danny Rose, what's going to be happening with his future. Apparently, he has given an interview out, and this has been spreaded viral. So lots of people have interpreted this interview that Danny Rose has currently given. So I'm going to mention now what some of the stuff he has said in the interview, which I can't remember every single thing that he did say, but he feels as though he's not getting paid what he's worth. He is expecting a pay rise, is Danny Rose. He is currently on a 5-year contract with Tottenham, and he said this is a big peak in this contract that's in him, he said. And he's also admitted, as Danny Rose, on the interview, what did he say now? What did he say? I'm running out of time to win trophies, and he's demanding he will play up north in the future. And he said, I'm running out of time. He said, I want to win trophies. He said, I don't want to be playing 15 years without any trophies or a medal, because he said he wouldn't be clearly satisfied with that. And he's also been demanding Tottenham to make some signings in this transfer window, because Tottenham are the only team that haven't made any significant signings so far in this current transfer window. I think he's demanding he does want to make the move. I think there is possible negotiations going on between Tottenham, Pochettino and Danny Levy to maybe extend his pay rise, because he feels as though he's not getting paid what he's worth. But he's admitted, obviously, he's been injured for like 6 months. He hasn't played as well as he can, but he said he's going to make sure he gets the pay rise that he is currently worth. And he said he wants to be at that high level. He says he wants to win trophies, he wants to win medals, and he doesn't want to be playing football for 15 years without doing that. And people have interpreted this as this interview has currently gone viral. The young 27-year-old who's been at Sunderland, who's been at where else has he been? Sunderland, Peterborough, Leeds, a 27-year-old, and he's still highly experienced. He's still got at least 5 or 6 years ahead of him as Danny Rose. And we know Manchester United are in there, we know Chelsea are in there, and we know Inter Milan have been. Well, no, Manchester United and Chelsea are in there for the current player. But I think he'd give an interview back in May as well, did Danny Rose. I think he gave an interview back in May about saying some Tottenham players may want a change as well. So if Tottenham do put the right money down on the table, I think he may then stay at the club. I don't think he's fully demanding that he does want to leave. It's depending if Tottenham are willing to meet what he's suggesting that he currently wants with the club. He is on a 5-year contract. I think he's receiving £65,000 a week. But these teams out there, big teams that will give double his current wages, and he would join that team. So he wants to elevate to that higher levels, does Danny Rose, a player of his current calibre. He has been injured for 6 months. For the last couple of years, he's been absolutely fantastic for England as Danny Rose. For the last couple of years, he's been fantastic for England as Danny Rose. He did make 21 appearances last season. I think he scored 2 goals and 4 assists. But he's good, he's quick, he's good at drawing forward, he's good in the air. Fantastic defender. Such as Kyle Walker, they probably were the 2 best fullbacks for England last season. Danny Rose is an absolutely fantastic player. I do really highly rate him. But now we're getting nowhere with Bale. We're getting nowhere with Perisic now. I still think potentially we do need a left-back, because we haven't got many viable alternatives at that left-back position. But this interview that Danny Rose has given out has gained quite a lot of attention worldwide with this. That's gone viral. He's demanding Tottenham to make a couple of signings. He's classified him something to do with Google as ridiculous or something like that as well. But I presume more things will be discussed with him and Tottenham, what's going to be happening with his future, whether Tottenham are willing to offer him more. He's going to make sure he's going to get paid what he's worth, and he feels as though he's not getting paid what he's worth, Danny Rose. But he is a good, fantastic player, and I would absolutely love him at Manchester United. But we know Tottenham have lost Kyle Walker. City had paid for him, broke the world's most defensive record, and then they broke the world's most defensive record on Benjamin Mendy, who is 4 years younger than Kyle Walker. So you had a absolutely dramatic story behind these scenes. I've just witnessed it, and loads of people have interpreted this. But Tottenham want to buy. They want to get the players that they want, and they have got a good squad. They have got Ali. They have got Kane. They've lost one of the best right backs now in world football now these days. And they may be resisted and reluctant to sell Danny Rose. Same with Eric Dyer. They'll be reluctant and resisted to sell him. They won't want to sanction their current players off, because it's always hard to find them individual replacements that you want. So that's the thing. So I'd love Danny Rose at Manchester United. I really would love Danny Rose at Manchester United. He has been injury prone, but I think he's still recovering from injury. Danny Rose, and he did give an interview back in May. Mourinho's witnessed this interview, was just recently given as well. He says he's running out of time winning trophies, and he wants to play up north in the future. He says, I'm running out of time. I want to win trophies and medals. I don't want to play football 15 years without a trophy and medal. This is what the favour is of this. He's clarified the situation, so he still is demanding. If they don't put the money on the table, Spurs, he will hand in a transfer request, and he won't come cheap anyway. You maybe get him for if you were to offer him 40-50 million, you'd probably get him for that. So unbelievable story behind the scenes. What are some of the things he has currently said in his interview? Danny Rose, this is unbelievable scenes. So so we've got some more latest news to update you with. Is what else to update you with. As I did say, Chelsea are looking to add more strength and depth into their squad. Apparently now, reports have suggested that Chelsea have put a 35 million bid in for Oxlade-Chamberlain, the current ex-Southampton player. The player that has won the Community Shield with Arsenal, the player that's won about 3 or 4 FA Cups with Arsenal in 4 seasons. When he performs, when he's got enough starts under his belt, he's a fantastic, versatile, very quick, very agile, very creative midfielder. But Chelsea were planning, I think, to use the player as a converted right back, but apparently Chelsea have put a 35 million bid in. We know Liverpool have been interested in the player. He's a player that is coming to a halt of his contract. I think they have had discussions, Wenger and Chamberlain, to extend his contract. It hasn't come to plan. I think what's he receiving now at Arsenal? I think he's demanding. He's demanding a higher salary at Arsenal. Is Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he is demanding. I can't remember the estimated price, but he's demanding a higher wage. Apparently, Arsenal may be reluctant to do that. They may be resisted to do that. Chelsea may be prepared to give him a current pay rise. So I don't know if he's keen on making a move. Obviously, we know Chelsea have got Champions League football. Arsenal haven't. So he's versatile, he's quick, he's strong, he's good in the air. He's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Chelsea have been interested in getting the player. But Arsene Wenger may be reluctant and resisted to sell him, because there's still Arsenal players out there that could be on the verge of going. There's teams after Giroud, there's teams after obviously we know Chamberlain, Sanchez as well, who looks like he's staying anywhere. But yes, Chelsea have put in a 35 million bid for Oxlade-Chamberlain, who hasn't had who's had the regular starts. He hadn't had enough games under his belt. Oxlade-Chamberlain, he I think he participated in 29 games last season, 2 goals, 7 assists. I think it was for Chamberlain. But he's demanding a higher wage. Is Oxlade-Chamberlain, and we know Liverpool have been interested in the current player, and Chelsea is still looking to address their midfield more and add ranks and depth into there, because they've obviously lost Matic. You know, they've got Kante now in there, Chelsea, and they've got Kante, who won the PFA last season, who was fantastic. He was fantastic at Leicester as well. And Chelsea are also interested in Danny Drinkwater, the player that is looking to reunite with Kante at Chelsea in the middle of the park, as they played fantastic together with Leicester. They played fantastic together at Leicester, did Kante and Danny Drinkwater. Danny Drinkwater didn't really make a senior appearance at Manchester United. He's been at other teams. He's a player that's creative, he's quick, he's fast, he's good in the air. Craig Shakespeare may not be... Craig Shakespeare knows he's an important figure and he may not want to offload the player, but I think he's demanding Danny Drinkwater that he does want to currently leave. Does Danny Drinkwater... the player that was fantastic with Leicester in their season to winning the title as well. He was a key target and a crucial player. So Kante, who Chelsea did buy £30 million, they may look to reunite together. And Danny Drinkwater's performances for England got, not performances for Leicester, got him his name in the England squad as well. So we'll see what happens about that. And we know Chelsea is still after they're after we know they're interested in Danny Rose, as I said. They're interested in Herrera, because obviously they've missed out on Alexis Sandro, because Juventus are reluctant and resisted to sell the player, as Juventus have lost a couple of their key targets. They've lost a few decent players of Juventus, so they wouldn't want to offload Sandro. Chelsea are willing to break the world's most expensive record fee by paying for him, but Juventus are reluctant and resisted to sell him. So Chelsea have got a back line of Azpilicueta, they've still got David Luiz, they've still got Gary Cahill there, they've got Rudiger now there in the mix, so they're still looking to add more ranks into their squad. And I think they've got Alonso there at that right back, and with the Herrera situation, as I did say, nothing much more is updated. Chelsea had been in discussions with the agent, but apparently French had given us an reports were stemming from France to give us an update that he'd further move to Manchester United, but apparently this could now be £16 million that any team could capture the player for. This is in a couple of reports. Personal terms, it said, had been agreed. This was $95,000 a week. This was on $4 million per year, and the valuation was £27 million, but initially it could now be £16 million. Because he's not going to get first team football, you know, with Dani Alves there in the mix now at PSG. And PSG are still looking to add more ranks into their team, you know, alongside Cavani, Neymar. And they're looking like they could now get Kylian Mbappe in as well. So Herrera's being convicted of assaulting a police officer and assault, and he's still banned from the UK. And Mourinho was worried about his disciplinary issues, but I still think essentially we need a right back, because Valencia is currently our advanced right back and Fosu Mensah has been loaned out. And I don't know what will happen with Darmian. He may not get the first team football if he comes in. With Valencia our advanced right back, plus the PSG right back as well. So maybe hard for Darmian. He may fall down the pecking order. So but Chelsea are interested in Oxlade-Chamberlain, as I said. Chelsea have been interested in Virgil van Dijk, but I think his preferred destination is now to Liverpool. The player, his international manager urged him to make a move. He has handed in a transfer request. I think he is on a 6-year contract, is Virgil van Dijk. The player that's been at Celtic in the past, won the Scottish Premiership, Scottish League Cup. He's won the Player of the Season with Southampton. But this is what I heard, and obviously they'd ended their interest Liverpool back in June, as Southampton were taking it as an illegal approach. Southampton are reluctant and resisted to sell the player, but Virgil van Dijk does. He insisted he wants European football and he wants to be at that higher level. Does Virgil van Dijk? Allegedly supposed to be the best Premier League defender in the Premier League, that I heard once. This is what I heard once. He was supposed to be the best Premier League defender in the Premier League, but and he has been injured since January, I think, also as Virgil van Dijk, but looks like Liverpool could get him on the board. So yeah, guys, that's everything to update you today. I'm going to look some more transfer rumours, see what's going on. Drop your comments and likes below on my video. Subscribe to my channel as always, and take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.